finally have reached the end of this series. Let's do a ranking, I guess.
That's boring. You're boring, everybody. Quit boring everyone.
Hey guys, welcome to another ranking. Welcome to my ranking of all the Mission Impossible movies, from my least favorite to my favorite. Yes, the final Mission Impossible is coming out next week, and to celebrate it, I'm going to do a ranking of all the films, all 8 films. I had to really think about that for a second. Interesting series. I've always enjoyed them. I've been watching them since I've been a kid. Ever since the second one came out on VHS, I bought it from Blockbuster. Really enjoyed the silliness and asinine premise of it. Ever since then, I've always enjoyed the franchise. And I'm going to do a ranking, my personal ranking, least favorite to my favorite. You don't agree with it? That's cool. That's what the comment section's for. Anyways, number 8, Mission Impossible 2. Yeah, I just talked about this. This is the first movie that brought me into the series. I loved it as a kid. It is really stupid. It is so dumb. I still have a soft spot for it because I love the motorcycle scene with Doug Ray Scott and Tom Cruise just like fling off their motorcycles. So ridiculous. It's John Woo. It's directed by John Woo. You're going to get the most batshit crazy movie. And this like virus and stuff with the needle and everything. It makes no sense. This entire movie makes no sense. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I don't hate it. I know some people despise this movie. I don't hate any of the Mission Impossible movies, but definitely the weakest one, and it's definitely the one you gotta really turn your brain off to enjoy the film. But I always watch it and have a fun ass time with it and just laugh with it. It's great. Number 7 is The Final Reckoning, the newest one. Super boring. Amazing action, amazing stunt work. Tom Cruise is a legend in the movie. Just the story's boring. The characters are just there to explain a lot of things. And the conclusion is not very satisfying. So, there's that. Just watch the review I just did. Anyways, next one, number 6, is Dead Reckoning. Because this is all to build up the disappointing conclusion. Again, the action is amazing. Tom Cruise is amazing. The motorcycle when he's flinging off, awesome. The train sequence, so cool. And I give it props for doing something different with the story with artificial intelligence. It's just rewatching the movie is a chore because it is so ungodly long. And that's the problem with these movies. Dead Reckoning and The Final Reckoning should have just been one big movie, one big 3-hour film instead of a 6-hour double feature. But whatever.
Money!
Still okay. Still a good movie, but not the best. Anyways, number 5 is the very first Mission Impossible. The CG does not hold up. It's a little dated. But Jon Voight's a fun villain. The action's still cool. Again, the train scene at the end is really cool. The iconic, like, him zipping down. Very intense with the sweat and everything. But I love it's about the team. It's about him losing his team and finding out about the corruption within the government and the MI6. I love that stuff. Tom Cruise is great. This just kind of establishes Tom Cruise as an action star. I've always enjoyed this movie. Even when I was younger, I always thought it was one of the better Mission Impossible movies. There are some just things that don't work. Some things are very dated, but still a good movie. All right, number 4 is Mission Impossible 3. J.J. Abrams, which is... I don't like to praise J.J. Abrams a lot because I don't think he's a great director. I think this and Super 8 are his best movies. But the movie is very good. The movie starts... One of the best intros to a Mission Impossible movie. Philip Seymour Hoffman, best villain in the series. He is intimidating. He's creepy. He's scary. I love them going after this thing called the Rabbit's Foot. There's actually some emotional scenes with like Ethan and his like apprentice. I love that. It's also about Ethan trying to get married and try to, get stable and everything, but he's also hiding his identity from his fiance. There's a lot of good twists and turns in the movie. The action is really good, and it's just a very satisfying Mission Impossible movie. It also introduced us to Benji, which is one of my favorite characters. I think it's just a great movie. I think it's a little underrated. I think a lot of people just don't talk about Mission Impossible 3. 3 and 1 are the ones that just nobody talks about. And I get it because it's just not like a colossal achievement like the other three I'm about to talk about. But they're still good, and I think they're hidden gems, so I still enjoy it. Number 3 is Rogue Nation. Rogue Nation is probably got the most. I think it's got the best story. I think it. Like, again, these movies aren't like, you don't watch them for the gripping plots, but this one has the best story. I love. This is a story about like who to trust, who not to trust. The villain Sean Harris is awesome, and how he just doesn't believe in the MI6 and everything. I love Rebecca Ferguson. She comes in this movie. She's great. I love she's a character. Do we trust her? Do we not trust her? I love it. The stunts in this movie. This is when Tom Cruise actually had to hang outside an actual plane. The diving scene is really cool. The motorcycle scene is great. The entire climax to this movie is super intense, and it's really, really good. And sadly, this was the last Jeremy Renner Mission Impossible performance for him. But I loved him. Him and Vin Rhames were kind of in this movie as like kind of like a B plot. That was all great. And I love that this is a movie like the MI6 doesn't know to trust Ethan, and he's gone rogue and everything. I think it's definitely the more darker movie, the more interesting plot. I almost wanted to put it as like number 2. But the other two, I just think, are a tad better. So, here we go. Number 2 is Fallout. Fallout is got the best action. Easily. The action is almost nonstop in this movie. See, this is what the Reckoning movie should have been. If you're going to go a long movie. This is a 2.5-hour movie, and this movie does not stop. And it's great. I love it. It just, the action doesn't stop. And because there is a plot, but it's not a gripping plot, and the movie knows that, so it just keeps giving you crazy fight sequences, crazy action sequences, crazy chase scenes, and all that, and they're amazing. Like the free fall scene with Henry Cavill and Tom Cruise is amazing. The triple fight scene in the bathroom, incredible. Again, you got the rooftop jump where Tom Cruise actually broke his leg. And again, the helicopter scene, there's just so many amazing sequences. It's just nonstop entertainment. That's why it's one of the best. And you got Henry Cavill, again, just like, he's right there with Philip Seymour Hoffman. Is one of the best villains in the whole series. He's great. I love it. It lacks in story, but it has the best action, and it is the most entertaining out of the whole series. So that's why it's number 2. Number 1 is Ghost Protocol. This is the movie that brought me back into the fan base because there was a huge gap between 3 and Ghost Protocol. And I just didn't think the franchise would ever return. And I didn't think it would just, like, I always thought it was just going to be a decent trilogy, but nothing more than that. And Ghost Protocol comes out, and not only does it come out, it's the best in the series. It has an amazing action scene when Tom Cruise actually climbed the Dubai Tower. That was amazing. Jeremy Renner is brought in this movie. He's great. The story is good. It's very, very good. It is a terrorist story of them trying to find a terrorist and stop him from bombing someone, and it's really good. What I again like about this, it's non-stop, just like Fallout. It just goes and it doesn't stop until the end. But why it's my favorite is because I like the characters. This is the movie with the best characters. It has Jeremy Renner's character. It has Simon Pegg's Benji. It has, again, Ethan, and it has the girl. I forget her name. She was cool, and it just has the more exciting action. It has the more exciting story, and it's always entertaining. Every time I put this on, I always have to watch it to the end. It's just the most engaging Mission Impossible out of the series. And this is just a personal thing. Again, some people will say Fallout, some people say Rogue Nation, some people might even say 3. That's fine. Everyone just has their favorite. This is just a personal favorite to me. So yeah, that was my quick little ranking of the whole series from my least favorite to my favorite. So let me know in the comments below, what is your ranking of the whole series? And are you excited for the new one that's coming out? Let me know in the comments. Comment below, let me know. And as always for this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.